This is a couple-minute back release, tension release exercise. You can do at any point in your day. You can do it upon rising, before bed, or even if you just notice that back tension in that lower back or upper back is coming online for you. Take a pause, maybe at your lunch break, and bring yourself to the floor. Wendy here is in effortless rest pose. And take a moment to just tune into your breath. Notice where it is without any judgment. But drawing your awareness to your breath, begin to let it deepen into the belly. And we're going to be working with a somatic exercise called arch and flatten. It's a 4-part exercise. The first part is moving into the spinal flexion and extension. You'll draw your awareness down to the tailbone and allow that tailbone to come toward the earth. You'll sense and feel and notice that the back line contracts consciously, especially in that lower lumbar area. As that back line consciously contracts, notice and sense and feel those extensor muscles of the lower back coming online, and then consciously lengthen and release that arch, bringing the lower back, the pelvis, the spine to a more neutral, natural curved spine. And go ahead and take that arch to release 2 more times. Sensing and feeling everything about this movement pattern, noticing that get up and go reflex of the back line, consciously contracting, consciously lengthening back to neutral. You might sense and feel that as you do this arch to release, you're able to find just the right amount of range of motion for you, not increasing tension or pain, but sensing and feeling what feels optimal for you. As you come back to neutral, take a pause and scan the back line of your body to notice what has shifted. Check in with your breath to feel and sense if you can have more access to it in the primary diaphragm muscle. And then consciously move into the second part of this back relief, tension relief exercise. As you tuck the tailbone, notice how the back line begins to flatten. This is called the flatten. And you might sense and feel how the front line contracts a bit as a secondary awareness. And consciously release the tailbone tuck, the tilting of the pelvis toward the back line. And notice your pelvis return to neutral, spine to the natural curves as you take this flatten to release a couple more times. Again, not increasing pain, but staying conscious, curious, and aware as you consciously contract, consciously release. You'll sense and feel the movement pattern move all the way up the spinal column, letting the neck and head be part of this. The shoulders. And slow, conscious release back to neutral. You might even sense and feel if you work over a computer a lot that you're consciously going into some of the movement patterns that might smuggle in during your day. And then as you release this conscious back line, flatten, front line contraction, take a moment to sense and feel and breathe. And notice if your breath has become more available to you. And then put this 4-part practice together by letting you move into the arch, contracting the back line, lengthening the front body. Allow that lengthening to come all the way through the front body into the shoulders. Your chin might draw down, lengthening the back line of the neck. And then as you release out of that conscious full body arch, sense and feel neutral pelvis, neutral spine, of the natural curvature of the spine without over or underdoing any one area. And consciously move into the flatten. Sense and feel the back line purposely flattening, the front line naturally contracts. The chin draws up, shortening that back line of the neck, cervical spine, and then conscious release of the flatten. Sense and feel the front and back line bringing more equanimity to each other. And take this 2 more times in your own pacing. You can go to the range of motion that's optimal for you. It might be large, it might be more of a whisper. But sense and feel and be guided from your own inner awareness. Depending how you've used your body today, what might it need to consciously release any back pain, any extra tension. And then upon completion of this somatic arch and flatten, recheck in with your breath. Scan the inside of your soma, body, mind, and spirit, and notice if there's more ease and freedom from within. And allow the support of the ease and freedom and the release of tension and back pain into a more functional, optional range of support and stability to help you throughout your day.